Hello everybody, this is Greg Reeser with CrossWork Bible Church. We've had quite a few folks ask us about how we have our setup as far as our Sunday morning messages, how we do the audio and video on that. And we decided that we needed to make a short video to discuss some of the things that we use and how we use them. So the very first thing we're going to start off with is going to be an iPad. Now the iPad is the piece of equipment that we choose to use for the actual video recording of the messages on Sunday mornings and then on Tuesday nights now. And what this allows us to do is use an app that goes through the iPad, and it'll actually allow us to add on. It allows us to put everything together. Now this is the most expensive piece of equipment that we have. We got this at Walmart. It was I can't remember at that time that we bought it, but as of the making of this video on January 11th 2020, right now they're $465. The second piece of equipment that we have is a Fifine UHF dual channel wireless microphone set, and this actually comes with two headsets and then also two lapel mics as well. This is a good quality piece of equipment, and that's important for us because we want to keep our costs down because, you know, we're a small church just starting off, but we also want to have good quality. And the Fifine wireless system actually allows us to do all that, and we can actually run our keyboard through it for conferences and the wireless microphone systems that we have as well. And what it does is it puts all that stuff together and sends it out in one cable to the iPad to get the sound out. And this piece of equipment's not that expensive either. The Fifine wireless microphone system, we got it on Amazon, and it was $83. Now with this, in order for us to be able to hook this up to the iPad, we did have to purchase another piece of equipment, and that is what's called an iRig 2. Now normally this is used for guitars to be able to interface with the iPad itself, so you can use GarageBand and things like that. We use it through the iPad for the audio. Now the iRig 2, you can actually get that on Amazon as well, and again it's not that expensive either, and it's $30. If you go through Amazon, you can get it for $30, and actually most of the stuff that you can get here, in fact you can probably get the iPad on Amazon too. I didn't check that, but you could probably order everything on Amazon and get all of it sent to you at the same time. Now that's the basic equipment that we have. So what I want to do is take you through some of the aspects of what we have. So here is the wireless microphone system that you have. We've got mic A that'll actually allow you to plug a microphone up to it, and then you got the volume for that. Volume B is for one of the transmitters, and then of course the echo if you want to use echo. I never do. You've got the power button. Music, you can actually hook up music to this, and this is what we do at the beginning of our messages, is I'll play music through this. And the next volume button would be for volume C. That's one of the other transmitters for the wireless. And of course volume D is for the mic D, where you can actually plug in there, and that's the mic A or mic D. Those are where we've actually placed cords to connect up our keyboard. With this you get some cables. The very first cable that we have actually allows us to hook it up directly from the receiver to the iPad. Now the second cable that we have here is what we use to hook up our my phone, and then of course the power adapter. Now this is the back of the transmitter, and of course you've got the DC there. That's where you'll plug in for power. You've got the auxiliary out, which we don't use. You could. Then you've got the right left out and the right left in. Now the right left out, what that does is sends the information out from the transmitter to the iPad, and then the right left in is where you can send information into it. So that's where I plug up my phone to be able to play music through that. So, and it's a basic setup. You've got the power adapter, we plug that in. The other cable that we use to hook up to the actual iPad itself from the out. So what that does is takes everything that comes into this transmitter or this receiver and sends it out. And so that will go out to the iPad itself. Now, the last one, of course, as I said, that's just a regular, almost like a headphone jack. It is a headphone jack. And what that is that allows us to hook that to my phone to be able to play music through that. And so then I've got a couple extra pictures here, as you can see the other end of the cable, so you can see what actually goes into my phone there. And then we've also got another picture of the other end, which is the larger single output. So you've got left, right on that one, but the next one only has the mono, and you can tell that because it's got the one little black band. Now that's what actually hooks up to the iPad itself. Now that's where the iRig 2 really comes into play. So we take the iRig 2, hook it up to the end of the cable, and then the iRig 2 will actually be hooked up to the actual iPad itself. Now that's the thing that allows us to transmit the audio that the receiver is getting from the microphones, and it actually sends that audio into the iPad itself, and then it will broadcast that as well. Now with this, what we do, we've got it set up for live video. Now if you wanted to record directly to the iPad, it should work the exact same way. Now what we use is it's actually an app through the iPad, and that's what allows us to do that. So here you see on the other end you've got the 3 bands, and that allows that connection for the actual iPad itself. So now we've got everything set up, and then you see the main part of the app that we use. Now the app what we use is called Switcher, okay, and it's a free download. It is a $40 per month fee to be able to continually do this, but what it allows you to do is have overlays like this broadcast will begin shortly. We've got that overlay. We also have a smaller overlay on the bottom where it's just the CrossWork logo. You can put the title on it, thanks for watching, things like that. So let's start off here at the very beginning with the Switcher app itself. And it's the one that's got the orange and the white. It kind of looks like a couple S's that are intertwined to the left of the Facebook icon. So what we do is we'll go in, open up Switcher. We've already got it logged in, so we'll use as the Switcher. And the good thing about this is you could actually have multiple cameras on this. Now you could actually hook up iPhones, and you could have multiple camera views, which is one thing that I would love to be able to do someday, but I don't have an iPhone. You can actually zoom in and out. You've got different sources. The main source, of course, is the camera. You can actually put titles over top of it. Like this one, I've got an overview of the Bible part 12, and so you can change the title and the subtitle and go from there. So you can actually click on that, and it'll pop up, and it'll actually overlay at the bottom of the screen. Now there we've got the overlay for our little CrossWork Ministries logo, and you can see I've got that turned off and on there. What we normally start off with is we'll have this broadcast will begin shortly. Now what that does is no video goes through. And again, here you can see you can go Facebook Live, which is what we do. You could also do YouTube Live, or if you wanted to do a custom RTMP, if you pay for that and you wanted to do that, you could. And what that would allow you to do is to be able to broadcast through some other entity, and you could actually have a live feed to your own Facebook or your own web page. And down here on the bottom you have different menus that you go through, switching between different things as far as white balance, and be able to set those things up. I don't really do anything with that. So what I'm going to do real quick is show you, this is how we start off. You can see at the top right I hit the orange live button, and it's going to ask us to create a new event. Now what that does is automatically we've got it set up right now, linked to our CrossWork Facebook page. And this is one of the things that allows us to actually title the message itself. And so the good news is, since this is part 12, most of this is already auto typed up for us. And so normally what I do is, once I've got that, that'll be the stream title. Now what we want to do is we're going to actually take that entire stream title and also put that in the description. And the reason why is because oddly enough, if you go back and watch a video later on, it doesn't show the title of it. But once we've started putting it in the description, then it does. Now what we always do is we're going to run it at stream quality of medium, and that just helps out the Wi-Fi where we are. And after that you hit create live stream. Now everything's all ready to go, set up. The only thing you really need to do is turn your microphone on and hit that orange button again, and what will happen is it'll go live, and that live will actually light up and you'll see the clock start. Now this is a few minutes into one of the messages that we did here, and you can see we've got our little CrossWork logo in the bottom right hand corner. You see the audio is moving up and down, which of course is the big key. You got to make sure that the audio is working, and you can adjust the volume of that through the transmitter itself. Now that's the basic setup of how we do our Sunday mornings and Tuesday nights. Now we also want to show you some of the ways that we can do just regular video, where you could record it and then upload it later. And so again, this is one of the things that we found. It's a small 4K camcorder. It's $242. We got that off of eBay or Amazon. We purchased this on Amazon, and it's been a great little camera. We use that for the local TV program that we have here, but if you wanted to use that for a conference or just to record information videos and then post them up later on, you could use that camera as well. And the good thing is all the same hookups are going to work through that camera as well. And again, we like to do things on a budget if it's possible, and this entire setup was total, and this isn't including taxes and shipping and all, but the total that we've spent on all of this information that we've put together here for the iPad, the wireless microphone system, the iRig 2, the camcorder, everything that you see here in this video was $833. Now of course that's before shipping and taxes, but if you get most of it through Amazon, you can get free shipping as well. Now this has always been one of my favorite things to do, is to be able to put these things together. In fact, when I first went to college, that's what I was going for, was audio video type stuff, broadcasting and electronic media. And I've always been fascinated by being able to put these things together and figure this stuff out. And once you do, it's not that hard. So my information that I wanted to give you all today is just, here's what we have, here's what we use, here's the price for it, here's how we hook it up, here's how we use it. And you can play with this and do all kinds of different things that you might want to do. And really, it's kind of limitless as far as that goes. Now, most of this stuff, as I said, we've purchased it at different times, but you think for an audio video setup, you're under $900, even with taxes and shipping possibly. So the best part is, if you can go get this stuff locally at your local Walmart or something like that, then you don't have to worry about the shipping cost perhaps. So, or if you go through Amazon, you can get free shipping. Now I do appreciate you all for taking the time to listen to and watch this video, and this is something that we've wanted to do for a long period of time, and we just haven't before. So I want to thank you all for watching, and we'll put a description of all the things and how you can purchase the information that we have here in the descriptions below. Thank you, and grace and peace.